So if you're waiting for gas prices to plummet, don't hold your breath. Oil giant Hess is calling it quits on its gas stations for the sole reason that there's no money in it. Did you know that for every $50 that you spend at the pump, the station owner only makes $1.25? So why should you care? I mean, you don't feel sorry for that guy, right? Well, you're going to be digging into your wallet to pay more at the pump as a result of Hess getting out. Here to explain it is Sal Risalvato. He is executive director of New Jersey Gasoline Retailer Association. Do you agree with my analysis? I mean, is that why Hess got out? Because they're basically not making a lot of money downstream. They're making all the money upstream. Why have gas stations?
You hit the nail right on the head. The gasoline retail market does not earn big profits. The margins are very, very slim for the amount of money that needs to be laid out. And certainly the bean counters at Hess have finally had enough, and they've made the determination that the third leg of that stool, the marketing leg, is a drag on the very profitable oil and exploration leg. So they're going to keep that and get rid of everything else.
Yeah, and you're talking about the three phases of how oil gets into our car. There's the exploration and production, the oil selling futures that we follow that is very profitable. There is the refining, which can be or not. And then there's that last line there, the gas stations, which a lot of people think those guys are really getting rich because they go up and they see the price and they see how quickly it moves up. And they say this guy's making a fortune, but that's just not the case.
Well, I think that in recent years, the public is basically being educated. I know I've been doing my best to help educate them that the margins that gasoline retailers, that corner gasoline station owner, those margins are very, very slim. I could take you to gas stations right now that are making less than 5 cents a gallon, and that's on a product that right now costs $3.60 or $3.65.
So what happens to those Hess stations? Does somebody else buy them and run them, or do you think they go out of business? And what does that mean for consumer prices?
I think it's too early to tell what happens to the Hess locations. There are a number of options. One, another brand could come in and take them over, or a distributor, either a mega distributor could come in, make a purchase and operate the retail facilities, or it can be broken up into smaller distributors, which is more of what we see in New Jersey. There's a lot of very reputable small distributors that supply gasoline retail outlets.
Before you go, I want to ask you to react to what's happening to Hugo Chavez passing in Venezuela. How do you think that impacts the consumer?
Well, that may have a short-term impact. The marketplace is going to react. I think it'll probably cause an increase in prices in the very short term. We saw prices rise from the beginning of the year, but in the last week we started to see some declines. The death of Hugo Chavez is likely to put the brakes on those declines we saw in the last few days that have not yet shown up at the pump.
No, I was afraid you were going to say that because we have seen prices rise steadily. There have been so many occasions, Thanksgiving, Christmas, where we've said this is the highest you have ever seen the price of gasoline as a national average on this day. We were just starting to get a little relief, and you think that this news could put the floor under that?
Yes, but this isn't going to be a permanent reaction. Whatever happens in the next few days could pan out differently in the next week or two.
Sal Risalvato, thank you so much for coming on. We always appreciate your time.
My pleasure.